So in today's video I'm going to be testing out these ND filters from Telesin along with the Action 5 Pro. So these ND filters come with the CPL filter, as you can see there, the ND8, the ND16 and then finally the ND32. So first of all in the video we'll be attaching the CPL filter to the Action 5 Pro. So what the CPL filter is going to do is reduce any glare and reflection that you'll get from water or on glass. So in today's video I'm going to be filming my car window. I'll be putting it on the Action 5 Pro, spinning it round just so you can see what it does there. So let's get one of these ND filters out, attach it to the Action 5 Pro and then take it back off just so you know how to fix it on there. Here we go. Now all these ND filters and the CPL filter are exactly the same size, so we'll just grab the ND8 just for demonstration purposes. As you can see on the inside of the ND filter, you've got some rubber there, and that's going to slip straight over the lens cap on the Action 5 Pro. You'll just push that straight on there, and as you can see, that's not going nowhere. That's a nice snug fit, and then you'll just simply pull it back off to detach it. And just one thing to remember when you're using ND filters, never try and touch the ND filter itself. I know sometimes it can be difficult when you're mounting it on and off. Just push it straight on there. Try not to touch the front of that. And as you can see, you'll get no fingerprints there. And always grab the sides to pop it back off. I always carry this cleaning cloth around with me because sometimes it really is difficult when you're moving at speed to not press that by accident. And then as you probably can see, you can see that you get fingerprints on there. So these cleaning cloths are a must when using these ND filters. So now I'm going to go outside and do some testing with these filters. I'm going to start off with the CPL filter and then work my way through them. Here we go. So first of all, let's attach the CPL filter. There's going to be some reflection on this car window here, so let's see what it looks like. So this is filming in 4K 30 automatic mode without the CPL filter attached. And now I've got the CPL filter. I'll just attach that and I'll spin it round while it's recording, so you'll be able to see. If you keep your eye on the sun there on the right hand side, that's the CPL filter fully locked on. As I twist that slightly to the left, it opens it back up. I'll just keep spinning this round and you'll be able to see how it really works. And now I'll take the CPL filter off. So as you can see, it makes a little bit of difference there. I took my hat off, it's boiling now. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm filming in 4K 30 and it's in automatic mode, and this is what this looks like. I'm going to spin the camera around because that's the subject for today, being as though it's a really bright sunny day. Again, this is 4K 30 in auto mode. And now I'm going to attach the ND8. I'm going to set the Action 5 Pro into manual. I'll be filming at 4K 30, so I'll set the shutter speed to 60 and the ISO to 100. So let me just change it into manual. Here we go. So this is now with the ND8 attached. I'm in manual mode, shutter speed set at 60 and ISO is 100. And I'll take this off while I'm filming, just so you can see the difference there. I'll put it back on. As you can see, that's much more of a better image. And now all the settings are the same as before. 4K 30, my shutter speed's set at 60, but now I've had to ramp the ISO up to 200 because I'm using the ND16. And if I take that off, that's what it looks like without the ND16. And now when I attach it, as you can see again, it becomes a lot more usable. So this is now the ISO ramped up to 200. And now I've switched over to ND32. I've had to ramp the ISO up to 400 because it was just way too dark at 200 and even 100 obviously. So if I take this off, that's what it looks like. And now, as you can see, it becomes a lot more usable. So on this one, my shutter speed set at 60 and my ISO is at 400. So as you've just seen from that footage, just be careful which ND filter you're using. It's all going to depend on the lighting conditions, because as today it's a really bright sunny day, but now there's lots of clouds around. So as soon as I attach the ND filter and adjust the settings and look on the back of the screen, it looks great. As soon as the clouds come over the sun, it looks a little bit dark, so I had to adjust the ISO there. So just be careful which ND filter you're going to choose. You do have to play around with the settings. Again, it's just come out behind the cloud, so it's really strong. So in this case, if I had an ND filter, I may have to put that ISO a little bit down. Say if it's at 200, I may have to drop it to 100 because it may be a little bit too dark. And then just like that, it's gone behind the cloud again. So it can be quite frustrating. And now I'm in manual mode, the same settings as before, but now I've got the camera facing towards me. As you can probably tell, I'm squinting, the sun's really bright, it's come out behind the clouds. So let's just try the ND8, the ND16 and the ND32 facing me this time. So now I'm going to attach the ND8. As you can see, that becomes a lot more usable. I should have bought my ND filters, because again, I'm staring straight into that, so I can't not squint. So again, the settings are the same as before, 60 shutter speed, but the ISO is now at 200. I've now got the ND16, so let's see what that looks like. As again, that looks a lot more usable, but I am looking at a tiny OLED screen, but it looks okay. So now let me take it off before it goes behind the clouds, and then back on. So this is 4K 30, 60 shutter speed, ISO 200. And now I've got the ND32, but the ISO has been ramped up to 400. That does look a little bit too dark, but the next step on this Action 5 Pro is 600. But again, it's gone behind a cloud, so that's actually made it a little bit worse. So I will ramp it up to 600 now, just to show you the difference. And now the ISO's at 600. What do you think to that? Again, it's quite difficult for me to see because I'm looking through a small OLED screen. Can you hear them? Some large kite birds, they're everywhere this time of year. Up there, look. There's 4 of them. That's quite unusual to see 4 together. Really loud. Back to the video. So as you can see, it's gone a bit gloomy now. It's quite a thick dark cloud up there, if you can see. The sun's behind it and it's messed my video up, thank you very much. And now I've ramped the ISO to 1600 with the ND32 attached with the shutter speed at 60. And that doesn't look too bad through this small OLED screen. The sun is actually behind the clouds, so I'm quite surprised that that looks quite usable actually. So I'll take it off. As you can see, completely unusable. And then as we put this ND32 back on, this is ISO 1600. That looks really usable to me. Again, what do you think? And now I'm filming in automatic mode, 4K 30, Rocksteady enabled, standard D-Warp, no ND filter attached. So when you want to attach the correct filter, it's going to always depend on the lighting conditions, as I've just said. The higher number you go with the ND filter, more you're going to have to tweak and play around with the ISO. And now I'm filming in automatic mode at 4K 30. Again, let's go through the ND filters. We'll start with the ND8. I'll just switch it over to manual mode. And now let's switch over to ND8. I'm filming in manual mode. My shutter speed set to 60 and my ISO is ramped up to 200. Again, that looks a lot more usable. And now I'm switching over to ND16, shutter speed at 60 and the ISO is now at 400. And this is what this looks like. Again, that's a lot more pleasing to the eye with the ISO ramped up to 400. And now let's put the ND32 on. I've got the shutter speed at 60 and the ISO is now at 800. and again it looks a lot more pleasing to the eye. So I hope you enjoyed this ND filter tutorial with the Action 5 Pro. It's the Telesin ND filters which I've been using, and in that pack you get the CPL, the ND8, the ND16 and the ND32. So as always, do stay tuned to the channel. There's going to be plenty more videos in the near future, but for now, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Bye for now.